of the members of the sales team at Avenue Auto, Justin Sajdak. Hi, Justin.
Hello. Thanks for having me, Bart.
Yeah, welcome back to JTV.
Good to be back.
Thanks to Avenue Auto for their sponsorship here of all that we do, including high school sports.
Thank you, guys.
So we're in tax season, and that typically has been I think a time where people are looking for ways to spend their tax refund.
Yes.
You have some ideas?
Yes. A lot of people prioritize and have to take care of bills. Cars, of course, in that business, anybody knows that's I call it haymaking season. It's been a weird one. It goes in waves these days. Last year with the taxes, I think the year before and year before that with COVID, with the free money they gave out, a lot of people were off and had to be gone through a fine-tooth comb to see if they were eligible for returns, but I think that's passed and it's getting back to normal, so it's been pretty busy.
So as your tax refund rolls in, if you want to use that for down payment, what if you don't have a down payment?
We have many zero down programs for great credit and no credit alike, or bruised credit. A lot of negative equity rollovers I'm seeing, so we do that with very minimal to zero down in certain vehicles. So.
All right, so negative rollover. So you have a car that you've driven into the ground and you still owe money on it.
Yeah, people have to drive quite far to work. Running kids around, I feel that pain. I live here in town and put a lot of miles on my car just from regular responsibilities. So the older they get, the more miles you put on them, the less you can catch your loan unless you yourself have put extra on your payment. Everybody ends up in that situation. It's just a matter of how much, and we are very good at getting people out of that into a different vehicle where they're starting from scratch. So.
Yeah, people feel trapped because they think they're going to have to keep their car years and years until it's paid off.
And I've heard some come in upwards towards $8,000 down. They need cash to get out, and we've done it with what they have, minimal to zero down in them situations. So it's not easy, but it's a situational thing where we ride the wave of the economy, and we've adjusted well to that, I think.
Yeah, and that can really snowball for somebody if you're having to keep financing the car you're getting rid of and finance a new car on top of that. You solved that problem.
Somewhat.
How's inventory? What's the lot look like right now?
Right now, we are moving so fast at a speed. Of course, tax season, we're a lower budgeted lot, so a lot of people who don't want payments come to us with their cash for tax season. And we are diligent. I think we move an average of 2 to 3 cars a day. We're getting an average of 1 to 2 back in. But we also refurbish trade-ins if they're okay. So a lot of repeat customers that come in with their trade-ins that are still in great shape. We know that car, we've serviced it, then people stick with us. And then we can help somebody else with that car being less expensive at that point. So.
Good deal. Now we've got a couple of cars to look at that, unless you sold them in the last hour, they could be yours. What's this?
That's a 2014 Chevy Impala we got, red. Very nice. In fact, I sold my own daughter one of those, her first finance car there. Hers is silver, and she lives up in Jackson, but drives to Lansing to work quite a bit and loves her car. She's got 170,000 on hers, and it's still running strong, so I love those cars.
Looks in beautiful shape. Ooh, here's a nice Audi.
Yeah. Yep, the Quattro. We've had a lot of people stop and look at that up front. Little towards the more expensive side we carry, about 20,000, but we're usually under that in vehicles. If we get one at that mark or close to, it should be as nice as this Audi. But that thing is very nice.
Looks sweet. And that's on the lot right now.
Well, you guys got a picture of one of my favorites because I drive a Canyon, which is the sister to the Colorado. I have a 2016 myself. This one's a 2015. Very good shape, very great runner, and we don't get many of those because people like myself love them and keep them. Mine's got 263,000 miles on a 16, so I wouldn't trade it for the world, and so I know those are reliable.
Truck people are such that if you're a Ford truck guy or gal, you're going to always be a Ford truck or truck.
That was the case. I grew up with a Chevy dad. I have friends that are Dodge and friends that are Ford.
You
and
can
they
switch someone.
But what I tell them is that's why we carry every brand.
Uh,
That's the good thing about not being one dealer. If they hate a Ford, I don't argue with them. I'll show them a Chevy or a Dodge, right?
he likes them all. Well, they're all great.
They all have their
Yeah.
great ways.
The winter typically is a season where people get their cars beat up, but I don't think we had that situation this year.
Not as much. One thing I have been noticing, this is nothing with politics. The roads are really bad out
Yeah.
here, and it's my truck alike. Everybody probably knows that if you're going through these potholes, your tie rod ends, your shocks, everything's taking a beating, tires. So it doesn't have to snow for that to happen. But seen a lot of deer accidents this year. Unfortunately, in my 16-year career, I've been there 5 years. In the last 2 years, distracted driving accidents are crazily high, and they total vehicles if it's just a side swipe now. So, and on that line, insurances went up. That's another thing that's very tough for young drivers. They get scared off out of dealerships and things. We are diligent. We have very good agents that we know throughout town. Everybody's different that we get, them referred to help with insurance. So
You really are a one-stop shop. You can take care of everything, including insurance, financing, registration, the whole kit and caboodle.
And they've been there 28 years. The owner used to be a salesperson and ran every department in there himself. One thing I will say about us, we are not pushy, but we are very efficient. I've worked some places where people sat there for 2 to 4 hours. We're usually something processed or know something within 15 minutes to an hour. If it's longer than that, we don't try to hold people hostage. They can take the vehicle they're looking at, go for a ride while we look. Things like that. So yeah, I think we're very efficient there, and we're fun but professional. So
Yeah, I'm glad you made that point because that could be a reason people hesitate. Now, next month, as Justin mentioned, he celebrates his 5th anniversary at Avenue Auto. So what do they do for you for 5 years at Avenue Auto?
they helped me with my rotator cuff surgery. My eyesight went out now. No. They celebrate a lot of stuff. They are adamant about birthdays there. I love it because they're family owned. So I forget about it, and it's cool seeing everybody gather up in our little break room and blow out a candle. It just little things like that.
Awesome. Great family, great company, Avenue Auto, and great staff. Justin, good to see you again.
Thank you for having us.
Justin Sajdak from the sales team at Avenue Auto.